I mean, I got all these beautiful edibles and all this stuff I have access to, and I get to watch everybody else use it. I'm kind of an alky burner, So, it's hard because a skinny dude is going to pass that stuff through their metabolism in maybe a week or less, right? Me, it's going to be there for 2 months, because of my metabolism. So, there's more to it than that, guys. You have to be able to say, I mean, literally, now let's talk about this, right? You walk out and you see somebody step over the corner in 1 and 2, and a big pile of smoke comes up, and somebody sees them, smoking a joint back there or a bowl, right?
Okay.
Well, you see what I mean? Then you have cause because that person's getting ready to go get into a car now, right?
Right.
See what I mean? So to me, that's probable cause for your investigation to continue and say, hey, we're going to have to do a test here. Somebody that causes a really stupid accident, or something like that. Mark and Steve just pulled up, so they're all staring at me. I think I'm talking to myself and my dog right up here. Okay? Freaking Warren, man, he's over the top, guys.
Well, Lauren, what you've said is made some valid points. I appreciate your perspective and your opinion, and I definitely learned a couple things in that conversation right there. Maybe we can continue this with you at another time. I know you got a lot of work to do there in the race cars, and you guys are getting ready to go racing this weekend. I want to say thanks for calling in.
Thanks, Lauren.
Yeah, Sam and Brian, we're ready to tear this differential out. The X Factor that we got this one in had the 4.9 inches under my sport mod right now. So it had the 600s, and it's going to have to get a little more taller gears here.
Well, get it done, get to the track, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys in Victory Lane.
Well, we sure do miss the track, and I'm one of these guys. I'm subdued crazy, all the time. Steve keeps looking at me. Here he is, right here. So, it's I'm excited to get back out there, and I appreciate the time you guys spent with me.
Absolutely, buddy.
Thanks
We
a lot,
appreciate
Lauren.
you giving us a little bit of education there, and best of luck here in 2017. We'll see you at the racetrack.
All right, tell all the guys hi for me.
All right, bud.
Thanks, Lauren.
Take care.
Okay, Corey, I was being pretty quiet during that conversation, and I didn't catch all of it. I was trying to multitask here and fill in as widescreen does so very well. But I don't have a laptop, and all I have is my phone, so it's taken me a bit to read up on this. But they're talking about – I went to the
World Racing
Group substance abuse policies, and I'm trying to read through this, and they're talking basically about – okay, participants should not use prescription or over-the-counter medications during WRG event if such use impairs or diminishes their skills or abilities, or if it affects the participant's safety or the safety of others. Even when properly used, prescription or over-the-counter medications can be dangerous and result in an unsafe environment, particularly during high-speed motorsports activities. Misuse of, I can go on and on and on. What I need is some time to read this,
right,
and then summarize it for everybody, right, because this is what I was trying to interject when Lauren was on there. Is this will define a lot of the questions we're asking ourselves and others.
Sure.
Right here. It'll define how they're doing it
and what their opinion is,
and
right,
yeah, what their laws are.
So one thing that Lauren said that I didn't know was there's, I guess evidently there's one compound in THC. He says it's THC-9 that creates the, I guess we'll say high feeling, as what he said. Now,
or in my case, it'd be retardation.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's what I wonder if there's a way. If there's got to be something they can do to develop a test for that compound to see if that compound is in a driver's system. Because I do know, and again, I am the farthest thing from an expert on this subject, but I do know that there are CBDs that they can use
right,
to take away pain that have no effect, that don't alter your mind.
Right.
Do you know what
right,
I'm talking about?
I do. I'm not highly educated on that by no means, but I do understand that. I'm still trying to read and find something interesting or directly relating to what we're talking about.
How hard, if it's even possible, I don't know, to develop a test for that compound. Because if that's the case, okay, let's say that's the case, and a driver, like Lauren said, is in pain for whatever reason, or has seizures, like has epilepsy or whatever, and is using this to prevent that without altering your state of mind, I don't have a problem with that.
Right. And that would be the medicinal use.
Sure. And that there's I don't see anything wrong with that, because if it's not going to change your state of mind, like he brought up Xanax. I mean, there's so many people addicted to that stuff right now.
Right. And I'm taking oxycodone as we sit here and speak right now.
But you don't abuse it.
I'm not driving it, and I do not abuse it. No.
Right. So there's a difference in using it responsibly.
And that's what they talk about in this policy here that I'm reading on right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And something else that that Lauren said was, a guy his size, and Lauren's not a little guy. I mean, it's a pretty big man right there. The levels that he would take in, storing in his fat, would hold on to it longer than somebody your size.
Right.
I mean, which is a valid point. I mean, there's guys that can drink one beer and get completely wasted, and there's the guys that can drink 24 and you'd never know they were drinking. That's a problem.
Yeah.
But I just there's so many angles to this. There's so many perspectives and thoughts and opinions. I'm interested to hear them.
Yeah.
Because it's so it is controversial.
Well, yeah, there's so many ways to look at it, but I believe that this breakdown I'm reading right now, they have, there's 6 pages here, and I can barely see it on my telephone because I'm old and blind. But, they talk about collection procedures and testing protocols, participant notification procedures. I see here where on a second offense, it's, where did I see that? 180 days suspension and a $2,500 fine. And then third offense goes up to suspended for a year.
Wow.
With a $5,000 fine. But what I'm trying to get to is the specifics on what is allowed and what's not allowed. And I think the biggest thing is responsible use of prescribed medications. Mm-hmm. Now, and they talk about if you have red eyes or needle marks or showing signs of abuse,
sure,
then you're going to be tested and you're going to be out of there.
I think at some point, if you're using that type of drug, that should be it should.
Yeah, I wish I would have studied up on this before the show because it's kind of hard to. I can't multitask like you young guys.
I didn't have time because this was my decision to change the show's topic tonight to this.
Yeah. Do we have any? Yeah.
There's a lot of opinions out there. One thing, we've been running the commercials tonight. I want to break in and clarify this because I was supposed to talk about it earlier already.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
The Brooks Shaw Driving School has been changed. It was scheduled earlier in the season. It has now been changed to June 8th and 9th. I had a conversation with Jeff Hansen, putter, about that earlier. And so they rescheduled that for June 8th or 9th, June 8th and 9th.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm having a hard time. But if you didn't want to go to that school, if you didn't have a chance to go to that school because of whatever that date was on, now you've got a chance to to schedule it farther in the season and get a chance to get out there. Sounded like a great deal.
Yeah.
A lot of guys had a lot of success that went to that school last year.
I think everybody that went to that school had, and very definitely everybody there had improved.
Absolutely.
To say the least.
And we'll get that commercial changed. We just didn't have time to do it tonight. There was so much going on over here.
Right.
We don't have that particular computer here to change that, so that's why that wasn't changed for the show tonight.
Because widescreen's in Albuquerque.
Right.
So he's nowhere near there.
Just wanted to make sure that you guys understand that. Jeff Hansen and even Gray Ferrando sent me a reminder. Hey, that's been rescheduled, and it has, and we apologize we didn't get it done tonight as far as commercial-wise, but we will get that changed, and we'll keep talking about that because it's a great opportunity for anybody who wants to improve their racing program. Here's a comment. This is an interesting comment. Okay.
Who's it from, first of all?
From Larry Baker.
Okay.
He's a regular listener. He's out there in Corvallis. He's a former crew member on a late model. He's taken the year off. He's going to put together his own racing program and come back as a driver.
I think I saw something on Facebook to that.
He sends this in and says, "Doesn't adrenaline impair the mind?"
But it's legal.
I think it's But I mean, there again, another perspective.
Sure.
I mean, it's.
I think adrenaline is a prerequisite to racing.
I think it's a kind of a I think if you're not going to get that, then you're probably dead, Baker.
Well, you need to do something else.
Yeah, go knit something. So, man, it's been a great topic, and I would love to hear more about it, and we'll continue to talk about it. We are going to get into some of our call-ins. We got Joey Tanner scheduled to call in here in the next couple minutes.
Moxie Mike
will be calling in. We're going to talk with Brian Smith from Bakersfield Speedway.
Oh, right,
we'll talk with him a little bit here. We're just going to have to push everybody back because I really wanted to get Lauren's perspective because, I said, he is very educated on this subject. He is a major player in that industry. He's very, very knowledgeable. He's no dummy. It's a very intelligent individual right there.
I wish he would have been listening to the whole show instead of working on his darn car.
I know. What do you think of working on race car when Northwest Dirt News is on?
I thought everybody dropped everything.
Come on, Cruzy. Let's get with the program.
You outlaw?
Yeah. Funny. I guarantee he's laughing right now. So, Joey, if you're listening, man, get on the phone. Call us, 503-862-3478. We want to talk to you. I know. I apologize. We had to push you back, but
we had a good time with Joey up there at that Shriners deal.
Oh man,
Joey's a good kid. I call him a kid because I'm
everybody's a kid.
3
to you.
times his age.
I'm
right?
a kid to you.
Well, you are. You are. Since I knew you in diapers.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We did have a good time up there, and the thing I watched everybody that was on that in our group. I'll say we got split up in 2 groups because we were so big, but
we had the cool group and then there was the other one.
That's right.
Yeah.
And watching members of the cool group tour that deal, Joey was very Joey,
hang up. I'm calling you right now.
But watching Joey on that tour up there through Shriners, he was paid a lot. I mean, he really was focused.
Yeah,
did a lot of reading on the boards that were put up there to educate us about what's what in each department. And he really, we did a lot of laughing and a lot of joking.
I think we do that wherever we go. It's a prerequisite there. So,
but he was really reading the information and absorbing it, and so it's you got to do this right here. This is crazy. So there, try that. See if he's there, and we'll get him on the line to talk to him, get his perspective, and talk about his 2017 season.
Okay, buddy, I'm going to put you on.
All right,
the mic here.
We do have Joey live now, so that's good.
Hang on.
Speaker. There you go, right there. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. Joey Tanner, welcome to Northwest Dirt News again.
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Good. How are you? Sorry about that. That was my fault.
Oh, it's okay.
So, what's your evening looking like so far? Are you working on your race car? I know you're really close to having it done, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, well, close. Yeah, close. Yeah.
What does close mean, Joey?
Every time you think you got that much to do, it always seems like there's more, and it always ends up being more. So
always.
I'm working feverishly on it.
It's a never-ending story, race cars.
Never-ending battle.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been listening to the show tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
you're a good man.
Yeah.
You're a good man, Joey Tanner.
Awesome. Joey's a loyal listener. I
is.
know when Northwest Dirt News is on, he's got it tuned in the shop, and those guys get together and listen. So far, you've heard some opinions. You've heard what we've been reading here on the Swears Trucking chat line. We had, earlier we had Lauren Cruzy on the Crocker's Cars call-in line. You heard about Justin Ratliff being suspended and the $1,000 fine out in the World of Outlaws deal for refusing to take a drug test. I want to get, as a driver, as one of the top drivers here in the Pacific Northwest, I want to get your opinion on and your thoughts on this subject. What do you think, and what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it goes in so many different stages. It goes in different stages. The World of Outlaws is a pretty big stage of racing for dirt late models nationally, and a lot of the racers are role models and have a lot of fans nationally, and they travel all across the country. So their regulations are close to NASCAR. Obviously, they're doing drug testing, and it's